We are getting so close to 1,000 days. And in this video, I have so many more projects that I want to get done. But first, I'm going to go on an adventure to collect some bees, which is a lot easier at night when they're all inside asleep. Whilst flying around, I've found an exposed mob spawn. I might as well break that because I don't really need it. But let's see what's in these chests. Anything I don't already have? Not really. This fella appears to have BTSD. Get it beat? No, okay. Let's break that. What's wrong with him? It just freezes. There we go. Fly down. I'd also like to visit these desert temples, since I'm always on the lookout for more notch apples. Sadly, none to be found there. I'm going to leave this place with a bang. Look at this, a mesa I never knew existed. It's always fun exploring and finding new areas in your world. Desert temple number 2, which still has no notch apple. This is a desert with a lot of villages. There's one over there, one over there, and one over there. And a temple just behind it. Excuse me, sir. Hope you don't mind, but I'm moving in. Just spending the night. Alright, yeah, you stay in bed. No. I'm not getting any enchanted golden apples, but I am getting regular ones at least. Apparently you have to search an average of 10 temples to find one. And for me, this is temple number 4. And my 4th disappointment as well. Here's my 4th beehive. I have here a monument, and more sponge could be very, very useful. And I might be able to get their gold before I get minor fatigue. Look at that. Got it all. Could get in, get out, and didn't even get it. And here we have Elder Guardian number 1. Very easy. And I got some sponge from that. Here's Elder Guardian number 2. Once again, very easy. And I am drowning, so I'm just going to keep placing and removing my water so that I get all my air back. And I found the home of the final Elder Guardian. Now they're all out of the way, let's go and find that sponge. I'm having a bit of a tough time finding the sponge, but now that my minor fatigue has gone, I can just mine through walls. Aha! I've found I don't know why I couldn't find this, but we found it. Now I can grab my hoe and start mining. Another monument, and I found the sponge, but I've still got minor fatigue. I need to take out the final guardian. Now I can collect more sponge, and there's another room here with even more sponge, and I have nearly 80 pieces. That's a pretty good job, well done. Temple number 5. And whoa! We got 2 enchanted golden apples in one chest. I've never seen that before. That has made the entire journey today completely worth it. A random wandering trader has spawned out here. And this might sound crazy because I'm in a desert, but I'm going to buy his sand. Now he's a happy chap and I've got a little bit more. You know, because sand, it's one of those things that's quite difficult to get. Look at that. An abandoned acacia village. After a job well done, I think it's time I head home. And since I've travelled over 15,000 blocks, I'm going through the nether. And this time I'm going to make use of my lodestone compass to get back easier. And my elytra have now broke. Thankfully my portal is literally over there, so we're very, very close to home. And now I can take this opportunity to heal my broken elytra. Now there's something that I need to fix. Apparently adding all these hoppers along here is causing my game to drop frames. And the best way to prevent any lag to be caused by hoppers is to place loads of composters on top of them. I'm not entirely sure why composters help so much, but I'm going to trust it. Is it smoother? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But if any of you Minecraft experts do have any lag reducing tips that I should use, let me know them in the comments. Also guys, I'm going to give away $1,000 to a random person that clicks subscribe in the next 7 days. And if you're already subscribed, just get somebody that you know to subscribe. And now we're going to build something to cause even more lag, and that is a honey farm. Now I know right now this design looks pretty terrible, but it is subject to change once I get honeycomb and honey blocks. But in order to get those, I need to build a honey farm, so this is what we're starting with. We're going to have nice glass in the walls. This really does look terrible. But I cannot stress enough that once I have the blocks I need, I'll basically bulldoze this area and rebuild it completely. Otherwise, you guys will never take me seriously again. You know what? Since it's definitely getting rebuilt, I'm going to make a statement. Yes, I am indeed building a grass block roof with some lovely flowers on top of that. I mean, if that doesn't look like an amazing honey farm, I don't know what will. I'm going to play it safe with the floor and just use birch planks. I don't know what to say. The design's starting to grow on me. So on this side and also this side, I'm going to have an area that will collect me honey bottles. And down here, an area that gets me honeycomb. I've ended up making this tunnel go all the way around because I think it just looks a bit better. And then there'll be glass filled in here, and then this is where the bees will live. So I'm going to fill this all in with grass. And then we're going to put downward facing dispensers along here, and then hoppers along the bottom, and then more hoppers pointing into the dispensers. I think I'm also going to add birch logs along the bottom here, and then that creates a nice little border. And look at me getting all creative with some nice stairs at the corners. Although to be honest, I don't really like it, so instead I'm going to change it to be glowstone in the corners. Instead I'm going to put the stairs like that. Along the back of the beehives we're going to have comparators, and the redstone's going to loop round like this, and then we're going to have to try and use blocks to try and split up the circuits. And I want to use gold blocks for the walls and the roof because it kind of has that honey kind of colour. Although I'm going to need a lot more if I'm going to complete this, so it's time to head back to my gold farm to get more. Spent quite a bit of time AFKing, but I now have so much gold, which can all be turned into gold blocks. And whilst I'm here, I'm going to grab my Eyes of Ender, and then get rid of these hoglins that have spawned, and then I can grab some obsidian from this chest and craft loads more ender chests. And finally, I'm going to craft some buttons and place them on these blocks so that we don't get more hoglins and piglins spawning. There we go. That should be the end of that problem. And now let's head back home. I'm now completely out of firework rockets, but thankfully I can get more from my sugarcane farm. I'm going to craft myself 9 more firework rockets. You know, now I've come back to this, I really like it. I don't know why. It's the worst thing I've ever built, but it's kind of cool. Let's dig out this entire roof and fill in the gold blocks. I'm also going to dig out these strips along here and then fly over in this direction, grab some of this podzol and add it along here. And to finish this, I'm going to need a load more redstone. And probably the easiest way for me to get that is to support the economy and buy it from these guys. I've got over 3 stacks, which for now should be enough. As usual, the redstone is very dodgy, but it should in theory work. Well, it took me a while, but I have now redstone wired every single one on this side. So now all I need to do is add all the beehives. But before that, I'm going to add some hoppers along here. And this double chest right here will be perfect for filling it with glass bottles. And for those of you telling me this is how to stop lag, well, that's what I'm going to do. And next, I want to get myself an unlimited supply of glass bottles. It took a long time to smelt this, but now I have 16 stacks of glass, which can then be made into 16 stacks of bottles. And with these, I can fill up the dispensers. Now that's done, I can add in these glass panes and then place all the flowers. I'm going to block up these bits so the bees can't escape, because for now I only have 4 bee nests. But in theory, this is now done and it should get me some honey. Look at that. The first lot of bees are out in full force. Even the baby bees here. And I've already just realised my first mistake, that these redstone torches actually need to be moved back 1 block. Thankfully, it's a very quick and easy fix. And look at that, it's working. I've got my first honey bottle. So next, the main thing I want to do is get way more glass so I have unlimited bottles and find loads more bee nests so I can expand my empire. I've just come up with an ingenious idea. Why should I do manual labour like mining sand when I can literally get glass bottles for free at my raid farm? AFK in there did get me a few glass bottles, but I think my best option is to instead grab loads of sand from this desert. The redstone's all complete. I have loads of bees in here and the honey bottles are steadily coming through. And I'm kind of tired of building that now. I do also have all of these shulker boxes full of sand, and these furnaces have now smelted more glass. Let's load all of these back up, make more bottles, and then add them to the dispensers. Now, if there's one thing this project has made me realise, it's that this smelting room is absolutely rubbish. I still have all of this sand to get through, so we need to come up with a new plan. First, I'm going to begin by mining up lots and lots of cobblestone. Let's now light this up so mobs don't spawn down here. And next, I'm going to craft lots of furnaces. In reality, I probably don't need 64. Next, I'll craft lots of chests and turn them into lots of hoppers. And I think it's time we built a new room. I've dug out the room and my plan is to have furnaces all the way around the edge like this, and then hoppers running around the outside so it all collects into one chest. So that's perfect. We can put a nice double chest there. That'll fill up with all the smelted items. And then I think I want a hopper above each furnace. Thankfully, I just had the perfect amount. And then if I want to put 5 stacks of sand into one furnace, I can do. All that's left to do now is to track down all the coal. I'm going to put 2 blocks in each furnace for now. Since I'm mining the roof, the stone is going into the hoppers and it's smelting and it's going to turn into smooth stone, which is just a massive waste of my coal. But my idea is I can grab this shulker box here, and I believe if I place a shulker box like that, the items, yeah, look at that, they'll filter out and they'll go into the furnace. So if I've got shulker boxes full of sand, I can just place them above and that'll smelt for me. Might as well fill this with smooth stone as well. You never know when we might need some. Well, I filled it with stone, but the smooth stone's coming through nicely. And one final shulker box right there. I can also take this opportunity to put all of these emerald blocks into this shulker box here. I really am starting to get a lot of treasure. My bees are getting me honeycomb, which means I can make more beehives. So let's craft some of those. I'm getting pretty close to filling this entire place up now. So I definitely need to breed more bees. I've just realised something. I've set off 5 shulker boxes worth of sand smelting. Well, I know there's only 4 shulker boxes, but the rest is in here. And I've only placed down 1 double chest. So to rectify that, we're going to have to place some more. Couple of chests there, finally a hopper like that, and now it should all store perfectly. This room definitely needs to be made to look a lot better, but I'll do it another time. And this other smeltery is still getting me a little bit of glass as well. Now here's something I always like to check on. How is the sugarcane farm doing? It is doing very nicely since I upgraded it. Lots more paper, and if I head to the gunpowder farm, we can get lots more gunpowder. I did spend a bit of time AFK to get all these creepers, by the way, if you're wondering. With that, I can create many more firework rockets, which will then live in this shulker box. Apparently I also have another shulker box here full of firework rockets, so we're going to have 2 shulker boxes. No, we're going to have 1 for firework rockets And then we're going to have one for gunpowder. And next I'm going to grab some grey dye and some white dye and change the colour of these shulker boxes because they're kind of blending in. And now let's see how my little farmer is doing. I hope you've been working hard. Indeed he has. Look at all these beautiful carrots, which I'm just going to steal and put in a shulker box. And these can be transported to my gold farm. Actually, never mind. I did put loads of gold in the shulker box. So if I create loads and loads of... Okay, we don't have space for all these. You know what? We're seriously overrun with gold all of a sudden. With what I've got, I can definitely make lots of golden carrots. And we might as well make a stack of golden apples whilst we can as well. And there we go. It does look good to have so many golden carrots nicely stored in a shulker box. Am I happy with the amount of carrots I've got? Yeah. But is that going to stop me from expanding this farm so that it gets me way more vegetables than anyone would ever need? Well, no. Of course it's not going to stop me. Here's all the resources I need. Let's start building this. First, we're going to add a border all the way around the edge, which is then all filled in with dirt. And now that's all filled in, let's add another glass border. And this right here is going to collect up the vegetables. Let's break that. Perfect, that's all set up with a trapdoor right there. And along these edges here, we're also going to add in slabs. And then water over the top of that, so we've got something for the crops. Next, let's till all of this ground into farmland. And I think I'd like to place wheat on this level, which should in theory make it into a bread farm. And now comes the fun part. Okay, hold on a second. This guy's going for it. Wait, he's... He just wandered straight up it. Anybody else? Come on, roll up, roll up. That's already one less villager to worry about. What are you looking at? Look, I'm up to nothing. I'm just kidnapping a villager. For some reason, we have 2 volunteer villagers. I've got to try and break this boat without upsetting anybody. There we go. Up you go this day. Okay, well, one's volunteering, so you're staying down there. No, don't walk back now. No, you got to keep going. You're committed now. Here he comes. Come on. That's it. No, time when he goes up to the top. That's it. Just push him along a little bit. There's no going back. What all this glass going nowhere. I think he's really... Wait. What are you doing? Okay, he's down. He's in. Alrighty, we got him. Now, the real problem is, I think this guy's going for the composter, and this guy's not going for it. So it's kind of the wrong way around. Maybe if I break it and place it again, that'll get him. I'm going to keep you trapped in here. You just never know when you might need a villager. Okay, he's now a farmer. He's accepted this is his job. You're just going to be stuck in there for the rest of your life. Well, don't just stand there. Come on, get to work. I expect to soon have lots of free bread, which I can then use to breed more slaves. I mean, more villagers. I feel like it's only a matter of time before the world realizes I'm evil. On the plus side, look at all the glass that we now have. This really was a genius invention. I just can't believe it took me 850 days to build it. You know, this farm is great and all, but it's still not big enough. I'm adding another layer. This is now all ready. I just need to try and get 2 villagers up here. Just move you out the way. Place a block there. All right, up you come, buddy. Now, which way is he going? He's going in there. All right, well, that is your... No, there's no backing out now. There we go. Stay in there. Let's also kidnap this guy. No, baby, you can't be kidnapped as well, I'm afraid. This may look like fun, but you're going to be working for the rest of your life, and I'd feel bad doing that to you. You, on the other hand, I really don't care. So if we break that, I might have to sleep first, and then when I wake up, he hopefully goes up there. All right, good sir. He's working his way up. That's it. Around you go. Oh, this is easy. Straight it. Don't stop. No, don't go back now. We've got you so close. And he's gone all the way back. That's it. No need to be sheepish. Go and be a farmer, okay? You know, live the life you're supposed to live. Nice little bed there. Now what we need to do is plant loads of potatoes, which I'm going to do at a later date because I own absolutely 0 potatoes and I'd have to go and find them. So far, there's no bread. I'm guessing that's because the wheat still needs to grow a bit more. And now I'm going to take this shulker box and I'm going to continue my project of draining this ocean monument to make a guardian farm, which basically just involves placing a lot of gravel. May not look like it, but I've made loads more progress on draining this. This is all ready to be drained, this section, and I've started building another wall here. Although the guardians are starting to get more and more annoying as I get closer to the monument. I have also realized that this is a much faster method than going along and placing them like this. So I've definitely been able to make faster progress. You don't really realize how big of a project this is until you start it. And whilst I have done a lot of it, there's still a long way to go. I'm going to start filling in these walls so that we can use the sponge, and then we can get to work in draining this. And once I'm down here, I can also get rid of the gravel by using torches. Now that we're actually draining the parts next to the monument, it's really starting to come to life. I have to say, it is very, very satisfying to just place loads of torches like this and see all the gravel fall. You're not so tough now, are you, Guardian? Now that all your water's gone, you stand no chance. Feel very bad for these poor fish. Can I save them? Come on. Oh, I put them in a bucket. You get in there. You get in the water. There we go. Those 2 fish live there now. I've accidentally now released the fish. You go in there. I don't know where the other one went. The other one seems to have disappeared. We'll just chuck him down in this little hole there. I don't know how long he's going to stay there for. Although considering I put him in a bucket, maybe he's going to stay there forever now. It would be very cool if he did. Little Easter egg in this place. And I think I'm now going to take a break from this. We've made good progress, but I don't know, I can only do so much gravel placing. I'm also going to dry off all of this wet sponge. And then these items can be put into a shulker box. And it looks like I've got loads of spare gravel here, so I might as well just place it. I'm not quite finished with placing gravel just yet. To be honest, guys, there's a lot of guardians in the area. It's starting to get a bit annoying. All right, let's see if I can do this. Look at that. Running along, placing the blocks. Even got... Oh, well, I ran out of gravel, but hey, we used it all up. Perfect. And because you've been annoying me so much, I'm going to turn the tables on you, Guardian. But yeah, great progress. Now to head home. And I'm just going to fly up here for a little bit, which allows me to get lots more gunpowder. Next, I'm going to grab all of this glass, turn it into glass bottles, and also grab all of this glass as well and keep crafting it. And I'm going to grab all these shulker boxes, head over to the honey farm, and start loading up the dispensers. There we go. Now these are all loaded up with loads and loads of bottles. And look at all this honeycomb, it's fantastic. If I grab more planks from here, look at that, we've got loads of them. We can craft 3 more beehives, which is all we need for now. And for the first ever time, I can make honeycomb blocks. So these 3 hives can go along here like that. Let's also keep breeding bees. We should be doing that as much as possible, really. And this hideous building can now have some honeycomb blocks added to it. So my idea is to just kind of put them in something like that. Yeah, I quite like that. Oh no, the bees are escaping. Uh-oh. Alright, one escape. Oh no, don't be sad, bee. Okay, don't worry. They'll all go inside and I'll make sure you're safe. Meanwhile, this building is still looking terrible. Look, this pattern doesn't even work. I feel like this just cursed to be the worst thing that I've ever built. All right, little baby bee. Come on. You're going to go on the lead. You're going to come over this way. That's it. Leave those behind and we're going to break you in, okay? Hopefully without any bees coming out. Let's do something like this. There we go. Everybody in. You want to be bred more baby bees? That's fine. Let's put you like that. Happy days. The honey is flowing in. Let's go ahead and make some honey blocks. There we go. Look at this. I don't really exactly know what I'm going to need honey blocks for just yet, but eventually I will need them. So they can go in there. They can go there. And these bottles can go into this chest and they will filter through the hoppers and into the dispensers. Just realized there's a flaw to my plan because this dispenser, yeah, it doesn't even have bottles in it. So this is going to be filled. You know what? We'll just allow it to happen. That's why I want this to be just for honey. Over here to be just for honeycomb, here to be for honey, and then this can either be for honeycomb or it can be like a storage area, something. That's my plan, but yeah, I think I've done enough in this place. It's kind of finished now, at least one section. Next, I'm going to start collecting loads more sand. As usual, I'm going to fill up 4 shulker boxes. With all of this, I can craft more TNT, and now I can start mining for ancient debris, which is going to involve placing a lot of TNT. All the TNT is down, now comes the fun bit where I get to light it all. And collecting up ancient debris has never been easier. You'll love to see it. 3 ancient debris all in a line. That means I've got 56 in total so far. The ancient debris is now flowing in nicely. I have over 100 pieces. I'm starting to feel like this tunnel goes on and on forever, but we are getting so much ancient debris. And the end of the tunnel has been reached, and there's a little bit of ancient debris waiting for me at the end. From all of that, 170 ancient debris, which sounds like a lot, but when you actually convert it into netherite blocks, it's not that amazing. And here we have it. Home sweet home. I'm just going to head up here for a bit so that I can collect XP and repair all my tools. And there we go. Everything is now fully repaired. So I can either use the super amazing smelting room or the regular blast furnaces. And apparently there was some netherite scrap left in one of these from earlier. So that's a nice little thing to find. In fact, there's quite a bit of netherite scrap. That's a nice thing to find, isn't it? And I've just realized I have got a bit more here, but I've got no gold. So it's back to the gold farm. I feel like all this gold should probably be enough. Plus 19 ingots there. Yeah, this is perfect. We have nearly 2 stacks in total. Actually, that's not going to be enough at all. So back to AFK and I go. This is not that hard, really, is it? Also, yes, my face comes back. I don't know what happened before. It just broke for like the last hour. But anyway, we're back in business. Now, this time, we have definitely got enough gold. So let's go and see how my ancient debris is doing. All of this has indeed finished smelting. Let's craft loads of netherite ingots. And we can make 6 netherite blocks. That's not bad. I know it doesn't look that impressive when I add it to the beacon, but at the very least, I'm happy with it. Now then, this poor farmer, look at me. He looks so depressed. He's got nothing to farm. But look at this. Potatoes. Prime potatoes growing over here. And with enough bone meal, I can turn these 14 potatoes into many, many more. Well, if I'm going to be able to do that, I'm going to need to go and get more bone meal. And the Soul Sand Valley is definitely the best place for that. Back in the day, I would have had to kill loads and loads of skeletons for this, but now it's very, very easy. I just remembered I've got millions and millions of bone blocks on my wither skeleton farm, so didn't really need to mine these, but we're going to do it anyway. And with that, we now have a stack, which when crafted, turns into 9 stacks. Now, the potato farm really is in full flow. I mean, look at this guy. He's just having the time of his life. I might as well help out this farmer and bone meal a bit of the wheat as well. Thought I'd come and check in on my bees. I'm going to go and try and breed some more. Although I need flowers to do that. Thankfully, there's a stack over here. Oh no, all my bees are escaping. Guys, I've got flowers in my hand. Come on, come and be attracted to my flowers. Now that they're in there... Gonna be trapped forever. And the amount of honeycomb and honey bottles I'm getting is again really, really good. Look at all this glass that I've got. That can be turned into more bottles, which can then be added to the machine. Well, this is good news. We've got potatoes and bread coming through. My efforts are not a waste of time after all. And if I give these guys bread, they will then breed to get me more villagers. I'm just keeping the villager ecosystem going. And now I've decided I want to do a bit of exploring to see what I can find. This is useful. A coral reef that isn't millions and millions of blocks from my house. That's definitely a handy thing to find. It's always nice to find villagers. I have no use for this place, but it's cool to see it. Looks like we're back to finding desert temples. But if it gets me more notch apples, I'm not going to complain. Rune portals are also very good for that, but only the obsidian is useful to me. Whoops, I went to another desert temple and accidentally stood on the pressure plate, so yeah, that's all been blown up. Oh my goodness. Well, I didn't find one in the 3 desert temples I searched, but hey, we got an enchanted golden apple. That is now my 3rd one. Actually, it turns out it's my 4th one because I ate one when I did How Did We Get Here. It's always quite exciting to find one, isn't it? Not something you see every day. But it is definitely my goal to find as many notch apples as possible throughout this series. And that's not because I want to eat them. It's just because I want to flex. Although finding them is always very, very tricky indeed. I've certainly had a lot of success in the overworld, but now I'd like to head underground. And my plan is to see if I can stumble across some dungeons and possibly even an abandoned mine shaft. Although it's going to take quite a bit of luck for that to happen. After a bit of mining, I've come to a ravine under the water and no sign of a mine shaft. That's probably a good sign for me to stop looking. And instead, I'm going to build a nether portal and head back home through the nether. It's also good to see that Grace the dolphin is still alive and doing very, very well. You know, if there's one thing that this place needs, it's more beacons. My main beacons are all the way over there. I mean, I don't really get the effects of them over here. So I think around this central conduit monument that currently doesn't actually have a conduit in it, I should add beacons into each corner. And I don't want these to be tiny little beacons. I want them to be the full, proper 4-level ones. That's now all filled in. We can put the beacon right here, and I've kind of realized I didn't really build it low enough, so I think these can just be white beams. I don't have enough space for a glass. Oh my goodness. Why have you come down here? What is your problem, you stupid villager? Don't... They're all gathering round. No. Alright. I'm sorry, you can never leave here. You know what? Nobody needs to know, but... Goodbye, villager. And when I say goodbye, villager, I mean I'm going to make you a staircase so you can escape. Are you kidding me? 2 more came down just as I was blocking up the hole. The guys are so stupid. Get out of here. There we go. All right, I'm no murderer. Don't worry, guys. The beacons also slightly overlap, which is really good, since it means I won't use quite as many emerald blocks as I thought I was going to. Although despite that, I have still used all of them up and run out of them. But don't worry, I have an iron farm for just such emergencies like this. So these blocks can just be filled in here with a beacon on top, and that is full beacon number 2. I thought it was never going to activate there. I can also put a temporary small beacon here, since I have a few spare iron blocks. These other 4 blocks, I'm going to need more if I want to do anything else with that. And I guess I could make it out of gold blocks. We really are scraping the bottom of the barrel now, aren't we? So these 9 are going to go like that. Beacon on top. And now I'd like to activate all these. This one can give me haste 2. And this one can give me speed 2. And because these 2 are only small beacons, I can only get haste or speed. And I don't really... Well, I just did those on the other ones, so they're kind of useless to me. But it is nice to be able to run fast now all the time. You know, this music disc wall is not very impressive at all, is it? I'm going to try and get some more. Oh my goodness, all my turtles have hatched. This is... What a special moment. They've all hatched, they've all grown up. I didn't even realise. I feel like a proud mother that's watching all my children grow up. So in order to get a music disc, I'm going to have to find a skeleton and also a creeper. Well, I've found the creeper, but there's no skeleton around. This looks like a great cave to me. I've found a couple of skeletons here, but how can I trap them? First, I'm going to lure him through here. That's it. He has no idea what he's doing. We'll place a block there. Alrighty, he's now stuck in there. Put another block there so he can't do anything. Now I just need to find a creeper. The mission to spawn a creeper in has been successful. However, I'm going to try and not blow him up now. Right, here we go. We've got to jump past him. Please don't blow up. Oh, well. There goes the creeper. Oh, it's another one. All right, never mind. Let's try and not blow this guy up. You know what? You're not coming up here. If I run through here, yeah, we've gone past the creeper. Let's also get rid of you. The skeleton is still alive, which is good. Wait, I don't want him to escape, though, do I? If I can get the creeper to see me, that's it, creeper. You come over here. Place that like that. Okay, I think the creeper is now kind of... No, he's not quite trapped. Hold on. We can do this. No, you stupid creeper. Now he's completely trapped. Let's release the skeleton's eyesight. Then all I have to do is break this block. Now, in theory, yeah, that's his skeleton. Do your thing. Finish off that creeper. Show no mercy, skeleton. I don't know, you are the weakest skeleton I've ever seen. There we go. Creeper defeated. And we got a new music disc. What music disc did we get? Chirp! Well, that's all I wanted to do. Thank you for your services, skeleton, but now you're going down. So let's go and head back home and add that to our wall. Let's put that in an anvil so its name is now Chirp. So when I add it to the wall, if I hover over it, I can see the different music disc names. At some point, I would definitely like to create a proper music disc farm so that I can get all of them very, very easily. Well, I'm definitely very, very pleased with all these turtles. Should definitely breed more. You can never have too many, can you? Look at this. This one laid 4 eggs. You are a proper mother. That's what I like to see. I mean, let's see what this one over here does. This pathetic turtle only laid 1. How many have you done? You've also only laid 1. I'm very disappointed. Might as well bunch them all together so that can go right there. At some point, there's going to be too many turtles. I'm going down a slippery slope. You know what this random aquarium needs? Turtles. It would be a lot better. I mean, the dolphins apparently died in there. I don't know how. But at the very least, I can add some turtles in there. And it would probably solve my problem of having way too many turtles down here as well. In fact, I feel terrible for doing this, but all the eggs are coming with me. I'm sorry. The turtle laid me 4 eggs. I'm still stealing your eggs. Also, believe it or not, but I think I've run out of sand. And that's mainly because I smelted about 100 stacks of it into glass. Let's make a nice little platform here with sand on top like so. And then the turtle eggs can be placed here and they'll hatch in about 10,000 episodes. That's good to see. All my glass has now finished smelting, so I might as well make more bottles. At this point, I feel like I've got a bit of an addiction to adding bottles to this farm. And as it happens, every dispenser is full now anyway. I don't know why. What's going on here? Why is the old redstone not working? You can always tell when I've built something using my own brain, because it always ends up breaking. If I break this bit of redstone and then replace it like that, perfect. Look at this, all the carrots, potatoes. At some point I want to add like a custom sorter to this, but for now I'm very pleased with it. At some point in the future I will probably double it in size, maybe even add beetroot. You know, we've really got to go to town on the crop farm. And what better way to finish off this episode than to spend some time placing gravel. And there we have another wall complete. I'm going to grab some sponge, take out my hoe, and start draining this place down as well. There's something about draining an entire monument that's quite satisfying. Oh no. No, they're all dying. No. Survive, fish. There's too many of them. I can't save them all. I don't have to do this, but I'm just going to have to go and fly away and forget about him. Now it's back to placing sponge. And are you kidding me? Wait, how did you get up here? This has gone from draining an ocean monument to murdering loads of fish. Look at this. Trapped 2 guardians down here as well. I'll just leave them alone. Well, I nearly drained all of them over here, but the sun is now setting. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was 900 days in hardcore Minecraft.